is my place. Mamboland.
Mamboland.
Mamboland is my place. Mamboland.
They went away.
More about Mamboland. How did the idea come up, and why did you come up with this idea, and what it is about, and who should come to Mamboland?
Well, the idea of Mamboland came because I was, thank God, I travel all the world teaching and performing. And as much as I love going to all the events, all the congresses, all the festivals, there's some events that are great for social dancing, some events that are great to meet new people. There's events that I think most events maybe they are good if you wanna go and learn a lot of new steps or new turn patterns or that kind of training. But I think it was missing something, right? From my point of view. Of course, nobody has to share my point of view, and I think it depends on what type of dancer you want and what you want out of your dancing. So I decided to come up with this idea of Mamboland, learning and studying the way I see it, right? The way I train, the way I try to train my dancers, and people that may find themselves like stuck at a certain point, at a certain level, or that they have a guide to go forward. I'm still not perfect, still not where I want it to be. I think I still need a lot of work to do, but year after year I'm understanding more. Like there were some mistakes with my program from last year that I tried to fix this year, and I did, but then I end up having problems in other aspects and in other levels, mostly in other levels of dancing, because last year I have I only have the transition main track and a master track, and the master track was perfect, but the main track was I had too many levels of either people that was not able to follow, and there were people that they were able to follow and they wanted more, but they weren't at the level for a master, right? Because it's hard, because how do you tell people okay, you're a master, you're a beginner, and sometimes an advanced from a country that been dancing 7-8 years is a beginner.
Exactly.
In my classes.
Yes.
And it's hard because it goes also with ego, like
yes.
a lot of people egos, and the way they see dancing and the way they think, and what people need to understand is not like they come here and I label them and I tell them you're not good enough. No, it's for if you're Mamboland, it's because you believe and you follow what I do, and that means that you need to accept what it comes with coming to Mamboland. I have some fellow artists that I know for many years that they took the test and I didn't pass, and I was feeling like crap. I wanted to pass them, but at the same time I was like, I can't do that because there's other people that didn't make it, and it's not fair.
I think you came to my second question, which is based on what criteria exactly did you choose? Because you are one person and you are watching that the number of people do the task. So
the thing is it's not a matter of if I do some steps, and with the steps I do, it's not. You can mess up the shines or the sequence and still pass.
Yes.
Because with the sequence that I do, I can tell if it's because you're nervous, anxious, or because you lack of technique.
Yes.
And if you lack of technique, I do some steps that if you don't have good foundation of weight transfer, speed with your feet, know how to do some basic twist things that we do in Mambo a lot when we do shines. And I would say 9 out of 10, if you are good with your foundation, so you have good technique doing shines, your partner work is good, pretty good, I would say. So the steps I do, it's the steps I know that if you don't have a good technique, you're not able to keep going forward. So that's what I use to measure them. It's not about how much time. As a matter of fact, that I think that was a mistake of saying, okay, master, you should be at least 4 or 5 years dancing, because like I told you at the beginning, maybe you've been dancing for 5 years, but 5 years with who, where,
exactly,
and how often you practice.
Sure.
So for next year, I already have the solution for that, and I want to share it with you because, like some other events are already copying or are trying to copy what we're doing, but unfortunately they're gonna fall behind because we're always one ahead, one step ahead. So I already have the solution for that, but I'm just not gonna share with you right now. You know, master was great. I think main track class was great, but now I had the same problem that I had last
With
year
the main, exactly.
with the main track. I had people that for me should go to transition, and people that should be in the main track. But you know, have of course a few people telling me, oh, you know, I'm too good for this level. I should be challenged. I should go, and or people that, oh, I've already done this many times. I'm like.
It's not about how many times. It's
Yes,
about
you
how
have, you know, you have to keep them. But you know, some of them I even took a private 10-minute idea step. I take them back and see. Let me see. You know, try to show me this, whatever, and you know, to make another decision because maybe, you know, like, listen, I was nervous at the test, whatever. So I try to adjust a little bit, but I'm coming to the point that I'm gonna be able to decide well how to do it, and also like to put a standard, like you guys were telling me how you you know, you don't know where to go, right? Like how do I know how to raise up the level? I'm coming out with my online lessons. And basically I'm doing online lessons, but with levels, with tests, and with syllabus that you're gonna be able to go from one level to the other, but only if you pass the test with me. So I think that's gonna be a good way to follow for teachers to teach and for dancers that want to develop on their own. So that should come out in the next couple of months. I just been tied up with too much work, so I have to put that project on the side, but it's coming out. So basically, Mamboland is for people that likes to be challenged, that want to take dance, social dance to another level. They want to get frustrated and they want to come here and be told that listen, you need to work harder. You're gonna be pushed to the max. And people that is maybe not an advanced dancer, but is looking forward to develop. But if you come to Mamboland, you need to be sure that you are able to put yourself as a student. And if you're coming to Mamboland, you need to be you need to have that mindset that you're trusting in what I said. That I'm not saying it's the right thing because many people can think that different way, but you need to follow a program. The problem is a lot of people come and say, oh, you know, main track is not good for me. Yes, of course. How many classes? How many hours in the learning program have you been today? Oh, I just came after lunch. Well, that's a problem because the program that I developed is not. I didn't develop for you to do it an hour at a time like you do in a congress. I develop it for you to start at 10 in the morning, get at 6, and at the end of the day, you're gonna be like, oh, now I understand something. If you just take it like as a regular congress workshops, it's not gonna work. But it's okay, you know, it's just a second edition, and I cannot expect people from last year. I got a lot of great feedback from people that came last year, but new people is not used to it, so it takes a little bit to get used to it. So we'll be okay.
We saw some people who didn't pass the master class on the first day, and then they were given a second chance to do it the second day. They were chosen to go into the master track. How do you think they are performing in the master class? Was that a right decision to do, or?
Not really. The thing is that I gave the second chance because I'm not. I made mistakes. Maybe I missed something. Maybe also Friday. You have to understand that we have the hotel check-in around 2:00.
Yeah.
We have people coming from Asia, from North America, from South America, from the rest of Europe. Flight delays, they traveling still 3-4 hours. They get here, they have to wait another 2 hours until they check in, they do their rooms, everything. You can be tired too.
Yes.
Your mind can be tired, and you know, probably that day you weren't focused 100%. So I get the second chance, and you know, basically the steps I put, they were different, but the technique was there. So you know, if the second day they did fine, it's okay. And the first day I looked at over 300 people, so I'm sure I was tired too, my mind was tired too, so probably I missed something, so I gave it a second chance.
Do you think it's a good idea to have like other people judging with you, or no?
Yes and no. I will have some people that I do respect judging with me, but Mamboland is not about. It's not saying like, okay, you need to dance mambo like this. This is how mambo is supposed to be. No, I'm not saying that. If you come to Mamboland, it's because you know that which artists are going to be here, and you know that you want to follow that pattern, that style, that technique. So I cannot have somebody that is not into that criteria judging with me. But yes, of course, I have Tanya, I have Charlie, I will have Thomas, you know, like people that I know that we come from the same route.
Okay. Another question. If you want to send a message, an inspirational message to instructors of Mambo around the world to do better or to follow a certain vision, what would you tell them?
Put yourself as a student.
Thank you.
Open your mind to keep learning. Don't think you learn that you know everything, and don't think you're the best, because there's always going to be somebody better than you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Do
you.
you want to add anything?
Yes, an inspiration for the students, Mambo students.
Inspiration for the students. That's a big problem now. People get encouraged a lot. I see it in many congresses, you know, they try a step and or turn pattern. After 5 minutes, they leave the class. It's be hungry, get challenged, challenge yourself, put yourself to the max, fail a little bit more, and then fail again, and keep standing up, and you'll see that your dancing gonna get to the next level.
Awesome.
And have fun, most of all.
One last question. It won't take much time. Mamboland in 5 years. What do you see? What do you see in Mamboland in 5 years?
I have a lot in my mind and in my imagination, but I don't think it's the right time yet to share it. But if you keep coming to us year after year, you will see the change, and you will see where we're gonna. I'm just gonna tell you, we're gonna go back to the future.
Awesome. I love this.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man,
My
for your
pleasure.
time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mamboland is my place.